That is from the tune called Fried Pies from an album called Boss Guitar. Wes Montgomery's own blues, and that title, Boss Guitar, was not marketing. That is what people called him, the boss. Here is how weird it was in 1964. While Wes was still alive, still on the throne, the industry was already crowning his heir. A young George Benson's debut got titled the new Boss Guitar. The seat was that absolute. Now, why Boss? Put on any Wes record and listen to the band. They are not backing him. They are following him. He dictates where the tune is every bar, and everybody on the stand hears it. So here is the question that actually matters. When is the last time a band followed you? My name is Junon Choi, and I teach jazz guitar as an apprenticeship, the way this music was actually passed down. I came to jazz a total outsider in South Korea. Everything I know I learned at Berklee College of Music from my mentor Richie Hart. And Richie taught me fried pies himself. I am just passing down what was passed to me so you can stop collecting information and start playing real music. In next 10 minutes, one bar of Boss's own blues fried pies, the moment the band comes home, and the single note Wes changes to call it. You will hear it once and never unhear it. Tonight, on the blues you already play, you mark that same moment with one note, and your band hears exactly where you are. When he pulls the dark color, when the bright one, the whole chorus met. That is the chorus. I will point you there at the end. The phrase, the beginning in this video was in the middle of solo, the first chorus of him playing in Fried Pies. So the first phrase I played is actually when he was on the 4 chord. So he is clearly seeing this structure B flat 7 4 chord, right? And then same structure here. Suddenly he changed the one note A flat to A natural. Why? The band, at the time, the chord is heading back to the 1. So two measures of B flat. That is the sound, and Wes dictates the sounds from his solo. Yeah, we coming back to the 1. That is the D minor sound. And then what I played on the next, by the way, if you do not know what I'm talking about, like why B flat 7, why this structure is F minor sound and everything, please check out my free 2-hour course called Essential Building Blocks. I divided into the 7 different categories and 28 pages of PDF that everything I'm talking about here, shell voicing, upper structure, targeting the third, why the third, Even I extended the essential building blocks to essential building blocks for blues. So from there, you will see what I mean by that. So let's keep going. So the next phrase, when he's playing that long line from the top of here to the bottom there, and then he wanted to play that at the time again. When the tune is concluded to the one chord, or this is probably during the turnaround, that obviously it says we are coming back home, he plays the major third, right? But in the beginning of that long line, let's see, is there a A flat in it or a natural in it? So A flat, A flat, he didn't play A natural, A flat. Now he plays the A natural. A natural, finally. I had the moment that I experienced the first time. It was so clear so that I cannot ignore or I cannot forget it, was when I was in Michigan State University. My professor back then was Perry Hugh, the black American guitar player. Like he plays like Wes, Billie with a thumb, and he doesn't know how to read and everything, but he got the big ear. Just one chorus, what's happening in the room, he figured out, he can play everything. So I went down his gig at in the downtown Detroit, and at the end of the session, yes, he called me up on the band stage, and I played one blues with his band members, and I played the blues, the Billie bounce, I think, and wow, they were listening to me, and they were like, yeah, let's see where you are. And if I couldn't play it, I'm not the player, I was not the player that I can play, then they would just back me up with a bunch of stuff behind me. But one chorus after, or second chorus, they knew that I can play. So they were listening. They were absorbing what I'm gonna do. For doing what? They want to make a conversation with me. So they were like observing everything I do. So that was my first real experience that, wow, they are real players. So then I didn't have that experience yet back then. So I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what they were waiting for. I don't know how to talk to with them. So the reason why I am saying this is, once you lay out that you can play, then it will never come to you like this experience. You should lay out, you should let them know that I don't need you to just back me up where I am. I know where I am, so let's have a conversation. That moment is your next level you can go to. It is your step up moment when you have that. And that this just one or two notes saying where I am, so where we are, that is not just Wes Montgomery did it. George Benson that I talked about in his new bass guitar, but not that album though, the Billie's Bounce, when he was playing, he recorded it. He plays the same tactic. When it goes to the 4 chord, he plays the A flat notes as like minor sound, and then coming back to the 1, he hit the A natural, the major third sound, every single chorus. That is the signal that I know where I am. And at the end of the chorus, same thing. He concluded the phrase in the F major sound. Yes, people keep asked me from a couple of months back, then when I didn't talk about the blues. They want to know about, okay, Fly Me to the Moon, Autumn Leaves, all the things you are. Yeah, what I'm talking about is the melody is targeting the third of the chord. And then the circle of fifth motion tunes. And then, okay, hey June, yeah, I hear what you're talking about, but still, that particular tune, yes, I understand, but in the tunes like so and so, is that still works? Or what happened to the melody is not the third? Or the many people ask me, in the blues, is there any voice leading like that, or like targeting notes? And yes, I say yes. I can say now yes. Like Wes Montgomery, every single time he did, and George Benson did it. Every like musicians I want to transcribe it, they all play them. So yes, this is how you begin to having a conversation with your band members. Just do not treat them as a backing track. I talked about the backing track a couple months ago, that practicing with the backing track makes you on the bandstand treat the live musicians as a backing track, because your ear rely on them to where you are. So they had to make all the chord changes sound behind you, and still they are not sure that you are in the right place. That's why they also need to play the chords to keep the form. But once you lay out to your band members that I can make chord sound without you guys, then they have freedom to do something else. And they start to listening you really carefully. Because if they lose, then they have to listen to you to follow where are we on the form. Does that make sense? Yes. And in the blues, we have that voice leading point and the target point as well. So this one video shows you the signal. It cannot walk you through the whole range. In WES Blues Insight Fried Pies, I mapped the boss's full chorus. when he pulls the dark color, when the bright one, and why, notes for notes. The lecture is live now. I'll put the link below. Take it into this weekend. By Sunday night, your band hears where you are. So the boss did not dictate with volume. He dictated with placement, one note, right at the door, right at the time. Please put a comment below. Have you ever felt a band actually follow you? I read every comment. Next Friday, we close the month with the another Wes's own blues. It only lives in the bundle of Wes's Blues Insight. So until next time, keep swinging.